All right, my name is Sydney Clymer-Engelhart. It is December 28th, 2022, and I'm going to be talking about the integumentary system today. So there are three different layers that pertain to the cutaneous membrane, also called skin. The first one is called the epidermis, and that consists of 5 different layers. From the deepest layer is called the stratum basale. Going more superficial from there, it is the stratum spinosum, the stratum granulosum, stratum lucidum, and then the last superficial layer is stratum corneum. And so the epidermis consists of 5 different layers, like I just said. The epidermis is mostly made up of stratified squamous epithelium, and its major role is just the protection of all the underlying organs and accessories that are found in the skin. Usually the epidermis consists of 4 different types of cells. It is keratinocytes, melanocytes, Langerhans cells, and Merkel cells. The second layer that I'm going to be talking about is the dermis, and that consists both of 2 layers, both the papillary layer and reticular layer. Most of the accessory organs that are found are in the reticular layer, but they also hold blood vessels and nerves, and are pretty much the they play the biggest role in what the skin is made out of. It stores lipids, it protects from different pathogens to enter. It also holds sensory receptors in it, so that when you touch something, those sensory receptors can feel and get used to what they're being touched. And then it also controls thermal regulation. And the last layer is the subcutaneous layer, and it mostly consists of adipocytes, which is basically fat cells, and this layer is used as a shock absorber and an energy reserve to be used by the body. Some accessory organs that are found in the integumentary system include hair, like hair follicles, nails, and exocrine glands. There are 2 different types of exocrine glands. There are sebaceous glands that secrete a oily, waxy material. Then you have sweat glands, which is more of a watery consistency that helps in regulating the temperature of the body. Sweat glands can be then deduced into 2 different specific categories, apocrine and eccrine glands. 2 examples of apocrine glands include ceruminous glands, which produce earwax or cerumen, and mammary glands that help with the production of milk. One clinical application that can be applied to the integumentary system that I, as a future nurse, want to talk about are sutures. So depending on the laceration, cut, abrasion that happens to a patient's body, different kinds of sutures are needed, or different types of numbing injections are needed. So in the case of a cut finger or a laceration on the fingertips, you would want to use a numbing agent without epinephrine, because the sensory receptors in your the fingers their receptors are very sensitive, and so when you use epinephrine, sometimes it'll block the blood vessels that brings the blood to your fingertips or the toes, and can stop blood flow altogether, which in turn can cause necrosis, and you can lose your fingers. So because the skin there is so sensitive, you would use the numbing agent without epinephrine, compared with a laceration, say on your head, on the back of your head, that would cause you to use lidocaine without epinephrine. So that is my video. I hope you like it, and thank you so much for listening.